All right. So for my first sustainable development goal, I chose to cover SDG 14, which is the clean water goal. And more specifically, I'll talk about how the clean water in Germany, how Germany's gone along with the SDG number 14. So, firstly, I want to talk about access to clean water. According to the WHO, the World Health Organization, only 1 in 4 people have no access to safe, clean drinking water. Nearly half of the world, at 54%, have no access to safe sanitation, and nearly a third of the world has no access to basic hand washing stations. Now, all three of these problems go hand in hand, um, both through not having access to safe sanitation that can pollute the water and be affecting those who don't have that access to that safe, clean water, as well as the necessity to hand wash and stay clean. If you're washing with dirty water, I mean, you're not even getting clean. So on the Our World in Data website, looking at the different sustainable development goals, I found this graphic, which just shows the population with access to drinking water, to safe, clean drinking water. You can see that throughout the world, the overall 74% have safely managed water. Um, and it kind of breaks it down into different areas and different incomes. Right now, North America and Europe are sitting at 96% safely managed, whereas once you go to a less developed country, then it just gets lower and lower, such as Sub Saharan Africa, only 30% have access to safely managed water. So the next graphic I wanted to bring up is the same data from that last page. However, I wanted to specifically show where Germany sits in that world population. And it also gives you a little bit of a map to show you where that clean water access is actually taking place and where it needs to be worked on. So once I clicked on Germany, I found out that they had a 99.99% um, rate of access to clean drinking water, which is really good and shows that they are definitely one of the leaders in the world as far as having safe and sustainable water supplies. So next we have the graph, and it's the same thing. It's a map, and it's just talking about the sanitation and access to clean sanitation. So again, I decided to just choose Germany to show that they're at the 97.13%, which means that they are very good at disposing of and cleaning sanitation and waste, which allows cleaner water access to the whole country, and also shows that they are ahead of the game as far as the rest of the world goes with having access to safely managed sanitation. So, lastly, we had to use the XMind tool website to create a um, bubble map of IoT and how it can be used to meet the sustainable development goal that we chose, mine being clean water. So, I decided to create four main broader topics that IoT could be used in, and these are water treatment, water supply management, usage management, and water quality. And then I also created a subgroups off some of these main ones, just so that there are a few main goals of each subgroup of each main group to study and use IoT in. So for water treatment, I think the two main things that I wanted to focus on were wastewater and runoff and how to manage those, and contaminants that might be getting into the water source and how they're getting into them. Nextly, for the water supply management, um, just studying and understanding the supply and the water source is coming from, how it's getting to us, and how much there is. For usage management, the demand of water. I mean, everybody needs water to survive. Everybody uses water in their daily lives. So, having IoT to understand what the demand is and how to meet that demand can help very so much. Lastly, for water quality, I wanted to focus on pH levels, salinity, and dissolved solids. These are the three main things that they talk about when thinking about water quality and what's safe to drink and use for things such as washing your hands. So, for water quality, those three are definitely very important.